the sun's out today again. I actually did pick up the hard drive and everything too. Actually, funny enough, I didn't plug it into the computer yet because one thing that was beneficial last time was I plugged it in a couple of months, I guess, after, because that's when the warranty starts. Makes me wonder if I should try to do that this time as well. Just try to procrastinate it as long as possible, even though that's not much in general because I need to dump the stuff out of the other hard drive anyways, just because of memory capacity. And what's going on today? I guess the big thing that was everywhere was apparently in Ottawa with that trucker protest. The police and stuff have been trying to get rid of them. And it seems like some trucks have moved, but in their replacement, there's just been a massive amount of people going there instead. And even here in terms of media, it says media has been told we will face arrests if we don't move back. We are following police instructions. Makes me wonder if people are still going to document the situation just to see what happens overall. And apparently this ignited a lot of protests worldwide. Man, look at the protests around the world. Where's this one here? Like in France apparently? And you can see the police were using things like tear gas where it looks like there's an oopsie here. This says what? This is completely unacceptable. The French police try and stop peaceful protests for freedom with batons and tear gas. So much for the progressive politics of Macron. I think by the looks of it, for some reason, tear gas was fired into a restaurant. That's kind of bad, isn't it? But yeah, it just shows you how many people there are in the world who are just, I guess, upset about things like mandates and the way it's being handled. Apparently there was more local protests here too, but this one was closer to the US border, so that would be around the Surrey area. You can see there's tons of people there. Are they trying to block, I guess, the border there as well? I don't know how any quote leader could ignore all this. It's a big issue in general, it seems like. And I read this, which sounded kind of interesting. It basically dealt with drones that look like birds, I guess to scare away other birds in many cases. This one says, drone company looks to self-piloted peregrines to patrol oil sands tailing ponds. Drone mimics peregrine falcon, the world's most renowned and feared aerial predators. An Alberta-based drone company is hoping to take a project keeping birds off of tailing ponds in the oil sands to the next level. Arium Analytics was awarded $1 million in funding last month to collaborate with the University of Alberta to create an autonomous drone to scare off the birds. They've been doing it for a while too, by the sounds of it. It says the current version of the drone used in the oil sands since 2019 requires a pilot. The drone mimics a peregrine falcon, the most world-renowned and feared aerial predators according to the president and CEO Jordan Kikoria. It actually flaps his wings, he told the CBC's Edmonton AM on Friday. It doesn't have any propellers, so we're really using it for biomimicry and tying it into the far or flight experience. The robotic bird or rowbird keeps the birds from landing, intercepting them before they get too close to even want to consider landing, Kikoria said. The next step is to move to a semi-autonomous version with a pilot operating a number of drones instead of just one, he said. So kind of interesting. Would you consider this, quote, harassing the animal? It's kind of interesting where some people consider just capturing an animal with a drone, doesn't matter how far away it is. For example, 80 meters in the air, some people say it's harassing a whale, for example, which sounds kind of ridiculous. But what would you say in this case? Is it justified, I guess, for their application and all? In terms of animals, I thought this was interesting. This one here says, Swiss region votes on giving primates fundamental human rights. On Sunday, a Swiss region, Basel-Stadt, will vote on whether primates would get some of the same fundamental rights as people. The northern Swiss province of Basel-Stadt will vote on whether to change its constitution to allow primates to have a right to life and mental and physical integrity under local law. How would that actually work in general? Don't you already have laws where some of them are considered, I guess, protected wildlife, for example? I don't see how this would actually change that in a sense, unless you're saying something like you're gonna allow them to vote, which I wouldn't understand how that would happen in general. Alright, see you guys later.